Get that stinking shit out of my face.
Bunch of slap-jawed faggots around here. This stuff will make you a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus. Just like me.
Yeah, strap this on your sore-ass plane.
What's up guys, Country Boy here from Team Yeti Gaming, bringing you another Smite how-to guide. And in today's video, we're going to be erasing people off the Chaac board. That's right, we're going to be looking at an updated build for Chaac. Now before we get started, did y'all like my meme? I thought it was pretty funny myself. But anyway, also I wanted to let you know that I'm no longer going to be doing my how to play guides separate. I'm going to add them to my how to build guides because the videos are going really quick. So I want to make a little bit longer videos, but I want to give you the option to skip it. If you just want to watch the build, that's fine. If you want to watch it both, that's great. Or if you just want to watch the how to play, I'll leave in the description a timeline for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Now I actually started out with the Bluestone Pendant, T1 boots, a mana chalice, and some healing pots. Now if you want to buy the healing chalice and some mana pots, that's up to you. Doesn't really matter how you started out with. I like the mana just because because you have a heal on him, but in turn he has, you know, where he don't have to use mana, but still, regardless, that's the way I like it. But now on your first back, you want to make sure that you get enough gold to finish off your T3 boost, which will be Warrior's Tabi, and enough to buy 2 wards at least. That way you can place them down whenever you come back. Now after the boots, you want to go into Gladiator Shield, Jotun's Wrath, Stone of Gaia, Mystical Mail, and the last item is Shield of Regrowth. Now the order in which you build these items are really left up to you. There's no real specific order, and it really just depends on the situation and how you really want to play it. So if you're facing a more of a physical person in the solo lane, you might want to go more of a physical defense type with the Mystical Mail first. Or if it's like a mage, you might want to just do the Stone of Gaia. Or if you want to build some magical defense, it's up to you, all depending on the situation. But now the Gladiator Shield and the boots are probably the first and second things that are the most important to build right away. But after that, it's, like I said, totally left up to you. Now if I'm playing any other game modes other than Conquest, I'll go ahead and drop the Gladiator Shield, and in its place I'll usually put the Hide of the Urchin in its place. Now my alternate items I like to use with Chaac are the Mantle of Discord, Hide of the Urchin, Pestilence, Shogun's Kasari, and Hide of the Nemean Lion, and the Bulwark of Hope. Now relics, I use beads, shell, blink, and thorns. Now I use thorns when I actually pick up the Hide of the Nemean Lion, and I use this combo when they got like a heavy hitting basic attack god like Bakasura or Kali, or basically any hunter in the game whatsoever, is when I pick up the thorns. Alright, so that pretty much covers the build section of the video. Now I want to talk to you about how to play Chaac, and I want to go over some of his abilities and stuff too. Now Chaac is an early game god. He has great wave clear, and his sustainability both in mana and health make him a good early game god. Now you want to start off by putting 1 point into your first ability, and then you want to go into your third ability. Now after that, instead of actually putting a point into your second ability, I put another point into my first, so I'll have 2 points into my 1 and 1 into my 3. Now this gives you a little bit better early game push. If you put a point into your second ability, it does 100 damage, but if you put 2 points into your first, your Thunder Strike does 140 damage. Now on the 4th level, I'd actually put a point into my second ability. Then on the fifth, you'll have your ultimate. Now, some may not agree to this because Chaac's 2 does more damage at level 1, but I do like to hit minions at a distance instead of all up in their grill to where I can take damage from them plus the enemy guy on the opposite team. That's just the way I like to do it. Now, with that being said, I max out his first ability first, then his third ability for the sustain, and then his second ability last, all while alternating between the ultimate. Now, Chaac's passive is pretty simple. After 5 basic attacks on minions, camps, or gods, the next ability is free of mana cost. So essentially, you get a free ability if you land 5 basics. Now, Chaac's first ability throws his axe, dealing damage, and it remains idle on the ground for 5 seconds until another ability is used. Now, I know this may sound a little confusing to new players, but his abilities actually link up to his second and third ability. So let me explain. If you throw your axe and as soon as it lands, you use your second ability, you will fast dash to your axe location, dealing 50% base damage on enemies that you pass through. Then you execute a spin attack. Now, if you use your third ability once your axe lands, it will create this large AoE rain area that will spawn at its location, and it slows all enemies inside that circle. Now note, if your axe isn't on the ground, your 2 just does a spin attack, and your 3 puts the storm around your current location. Now the ult is a big AoE damage and silence. Not a whole lot more I can say about that. It's just, a really good ultimate. I really like his ultimate. Now, Chaac's combo is also relatively simple. You want to throw your axe, and as soon as the axe hits, use your second ability to fast dash to the location, and hopefully you'll get the pass through plus the spin to do additional damage. Once you do that, activate your rain dance so the enemies will be slowed, and then you just basic attack them to death. Now, if you need to use your ult to secure the kill, go for it. But if you don't think that you can get the kill, save your ult for a better time. You can also use your rain dance to zone enemies, keeping them out of the fight for as long as possible. Now, I mentioned in the beginning that Chaac is a really good early game god. In late game, he becomes more of a support character. You can become a better player by helping your teammates, doing the silence and just taking hits instead of trying to do the damage when it comes to late game. But usually, if you got a Chaac, it usually don't make it that long. Now that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I know you probably didn't enjoy my voice, but I do hope you enjoyed the tutorial and the gameplay. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. And if you're not a member of Team Yeti, please consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notifications. That way you never miss another video. And just remember, rain is life. Now, I actually have 2 skins that I really like on Chaac. It's a Slaughterhouse and a Storm Tech. And I do have both of those skins, and they're both my favorites.